So I am going to show you how to set up a Kangaroo Joey pump with a feed and flush bag attached. I have already connected my bag, so I went ahead and turned on my Joey pump. You are given the options to keep settings or clear settings. The first time you set your pump up, I recommend clearing the settings to start fresh. Because I already connected my bags, it says set loaded. And you can see all of the settings are at 0. So to start, we're going to adjust feed. And when we're at home, we really only want to worry about feed rate. So go ahead and click that. You can see that a button has an arrow directly leading to which number it will adjust. So we're going to set this pump at 110 mLs per hour. If you accidentally go past, that's okay, just keep going. The number will reset after it reaches its max. Here we go. And go ahead and click enter. So we've adjusted our feed rate. We can see it says 110 mLs per hour. Go ahead and click done. And now we're using a flush bag, so we'll want to adjust our flushes as well. We'll go ahead and click that. And let's adjust, we have our flush volume and our flush interval. So our volume is how many mLs of water we want to flush, and our interval is how often. So go ahead and do that. And we are gonna go ahead and flush 100 mLs every 3 hours. So again, these arrows line up. So we got 100 mLs, enter. Let's adjust our interval and take that up to 3 hours. Wonderful, enter. And so now we can see flush 100 mLs every 3 hours. So that part is good. Go ahead and select done. The next thing we'll want to do is prime our pump before we hook it up to the patient. So go ahead and click prime pump. There is a flashing, says disconnect set from patient before priming. What priming does is takes the formula and water from your bags and moves them all the way through the end of the tubing until we get down to the tip here. And so that's just gonna take the air out of the tubing so it doesn't go into your gut. We can go ahead and push auto prime and it will begin to prime. Oops, excuse me, had to take that off anyways. Once it gets the formula to the end, it typically will stop on its own. If it stops and you notice that the formula is not all the way to the tip, go ahead and push hold to prime feed until you see 1 to 2 drips coming out of the end of your tubing. Once you see that, go ahead and select done. At this point, you are ready to connect your tubing to your feeding tube. That white tip that fell off is for cath tip syringes or legacy tubes that stick directly into, and if you remove the white tip, you're left with this purple screw, which is for our end-fit tubes, and they twist and lock. So go ahead and connect that portion to your tube, and at that point, you are ready to hit run. You will know that the pump is running when you see it say running at the top and see that drip dropping on the side of the feed rate.